And noticing the part of your body that is you want to invite for our journey today. So here the shoulders are relaxed. The sit bones are relaxed. And really begin to get really centered here. And begin to start putting everything aside. Whatever it is that you no longer need, just bring them to the side. And slowly close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath and let go of the outside world. Breathe into your hips. Breathe into your legs. Breathe into the sole of your feet and into the earth. Expand your awareness to the outside edges of this room. And bring your awareness back to your heart. Begin to look inward. Notice your breath. Watch your belly rises as you inhale. Watch your chest rises as you fill it up with oxygen. And notice your belly relax and come back as you exhale. Notice the quality of your thoughts. Watch them comes and goes. And when your mind begins to wander, bring them back to the center with your breath. Let your breath be your anchor to bring you back into the present moment. Let's set an intention for your practice today. What's going on with the belly when we stay connected with the breath? Basically, it started with this doctor that was just it was in the height of the awakening back in the 50s, and people are finding ways of how you raise your consciousness and access higher levels of consciousness without taking anything, but just your full body and the breath. So this is how it all started. I went to Bali to learn this breathwork technique. I was in the midst of my life that I cannot breathe. So I was practicing a lot of yoga back in 2002, and I found out, wow, I really cannot breathe. I want to learn to breathe. So I've been looking for a good pranayama class or training. And then one day it leads me to Bali and to meet this group of people that doing this breathwork community. And I found out that the reason I was not breathing properly is not anatomically. It's more energetically, more emotionally. My lungs are not expanded because I was holding so much in my chest. What am I holding so much? I was holding so much fear. I was holding so much anger. So no matter how much pranayama that I do, that was just on the physical level. I need to go in and release all that, tackle all that, so that I can finally burst into open. It took me a while to realize that, so I did a lot of work in myself. Finally, when I able to find out what the blockages in my chest, I was able to release that. When I was able to find out what's blocking my chest, connected to my belly, that is connected to my lineage, connected to my past, connected to my past life, connected to my whole being, I was able to identify, okay, I was not opening because I was holding all the fear. I was becoming my story. I was holding my story here. I was holding my story here. And every story has some sort of emotion. And I was storing that emotion underneath with my story that caused me blockages, that caused my DNAs to clench. And that clenching has become a memory. that memory become a knot, and that knot become a blockages, and that blockage hinders me to breathe. When I was able to identify that, I was free from that. I become free. I was able to identify what are the knots, where is the knot coming from, and that goes all the way from my childhood, from adolescence, relationship, community, my fears, insecurities, control. When I was able to go back into the memory and solve that issue of my life through breath, I was able to travel there. But I traveled there not as a child, but me right now at my age, with the strength and awareness, I was able to shift that memory, bring them into my present, and erase that memory. Then I was free from that pain. With the use of the breath, I was able to identify that. But I'm not saying that I'm already free from all of that. That was just one level, that was just one memory of my life. So the journey continues, the healing continues for me. And I love to share it because it changed my life. It really changed my whole being. It really changed my practice. It changed my relationship to people. It changed my relationship to myself. It changed how I use Mother's Earth resources. It changed my decision making. It changed how I feel. So that's why I really, really want to share it. That's why I travel the world and conduct and facilitate this kind of ceremonies. Because I really feel that the breath is so accessible. It's everywhere. We breathe the same air that your grandparents and your mother was breathing back in the days, the 60s, 70s. We're breathing the same air. And it's so safe, it's so accessible. What did we do when the first time that we were born? We breathe. And then when we're going to leave this earth, we're going to take our last breath. Our lungs doesn't need instructions to breathe. It just pumps oxygen into our body. It just pumps blood into our body. So you see, it's so safe and it's so accessible, but we forget to breathe. We forget to breathe consciously because we are so distracted with everything that's going on around us. Gadgets, people to see, things to do, things to buy, things to eat. You know, my looks, my status, my name, my personality, my accumulation, my properties. We're so distracted. But we forgot the very basic, that everything around us is already here. Everything that we need is already here, right in front of us. Our heart, our blood, our heart pumping blood all over our body without an instruction is right here in front of us. And then we snap because something comes into the body, something triggers us, and then we ignore it because we are strong with that. But that ignoring, that not noticing, it gets stored in the body. It becomes a knot. It stored this, and then years by years, we put it down into the side, and then something happened, it gets triggers very quickly. We walk out the street, something bumped us, boom, we got angry, triggers, come home, another triggers, relationship, another triggers, and the next thing you know, life is crumbling around us. We're so stressful, we don't know what to do, and then we see ourselves on top of that building, or clinging on that wall, or clinging on that cliff, where the breath is the answer. When we tap into the breaths have memories. It goes to our very cell. The cells have memories. When we flood our body with oxygen, all the knot in our body goes rise into the surface, and we are able to look at it with awareness that we are now. And when we can look at it with love and expanded heart, with no judgment, and that thing, everything that we do, that we look and we focus on, it disappears. You know, It's when the mind starts thinking, it's starting to ask questions. If this is possible, now this is possible. If she can do this, but this is can happen. See, we cannot win because it's the logical mind that is thinking. But I invite you to come into the heart, because the heart is neutral. It just follows your intuition. The mind start thinking, start balancing. The mind cannot accept that there is a form, and on this form, I can actually be free. But what about my name? What about my identity? What about me? I mean, I cannot be like that because I am this, I'm that. That's what mind do. It identifies us. But if you let go of the mind, there's really nothing can stop you from just being who you are right now, right here in this moment of time. So if there's a form right now that's allow you to be free, to let go of everything that you have right now, and just become present in this moment and just journey into your deeper self, will you take it? Will you take it? This is what I'm offering today. Is that freedom and expansion that doesn't recognize any of your color, any of your name, of your status, any of your accumulation, of your properties. It's just you and your breath. So now I invite everybody to do some movement because we've been sitting for a long time. So I invite everybody to do some movement. I invite everybody to stand up, to stretch a little bit, shake up a little bit what we no longer need. Shake up the body. How's everybody feeling with that breathing? So I'm gonna invite all of you to do a little bit of movement that's called ecstatic dancing. This ecstatic dancing is just allowing us to move all the body. There's no number, there's no instruction. It's just you becoming curious with the movement of your body from your hips all the way down to your ankle, all the way down into your hips, down, bringing awareness into your shoulder and into your hand and to your neck and into the crown of your head. So feel free to move around the room. And the purpose of this is just to really opening up the body and become fully aware with your breath. We're gonna start breathing here. So every movement has a breath. Every movement's a welcome. But feel the earth, feel the ground that you're working on. Feel your body opening up, feel your heart opening up. This is your moment to just be completely free of all that is that you're holding into the body. What you have come here, put it down into the side, move it out, breathe it all out. It is all you now. It's just you and this is your moment to breathe, to be free from all this holding on. Let it go, let it down. I am giving you, like my friend always say, this is your range that I'm allowing you to move. How far you want to go with this range that is open for you. And everything that we share into the space will stay here and know that is supported and you will be guided. So if someone told you and give you a $20 US to dance for me, how would you like to dance? And if you were on a beach, just you and the beach, and the moon and the wind, no one is watching, how would you like to move your body? If your energy is flowing, how is the expression of your energy? Let it show into your movement. Everything is welcome. You cannot move, you can stay, you can partner with someone, you can use the mirror, you can do some yoga pose, so you can walk, you can crawl into the, anything is welcome here. Now we do a little bit sonic movement now. Let it go. Really shake it all out. Come on, everybody. Let's go. space is open for sharing. If you guys like to share of what you feel, what you see, what you realize.
So many things to say. I realized at the beginning of the breathing that I was such a tense jaw.
Yeah.
I try not to judge and then eventually it went away.
Yeah.
I just feel like my life actually is too busy every day. I have a lot of things. Actually, not really a lot of things to do, but I always try to do something to occupy my time so that I don't have to face the stress, the problem of this. So I don't have chance to really feel what my feeling is. And today is really a good chance for me to really stop it and to really feel myself to share, but I simply feel good for the exercise because I seldom have this chance to really do that kind of things, but
Yeah.
it really make me feel relaxed and feel what myself is, and this is really a very special experience for me. Really. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's okay.
There were things that were like stopping me from kind of like reaching my full potential or like doing what I thought I could do. Just like the situation or the people I was around. So then, like I'm just kind of scared nowadays to like let good things come to me. I kind of put up a barrier for that.
Yeah. Because you get overwhelmed.
Overcome you or like overwhelm you. Like I realized that like when I did try to let go and let things come inside, I was sort of scared, to be overwhelmed or like to let things, like good things come into me.
Yeah.
For the sake of maybe like not being able to handle it.
Yeah.
I think, just that realization for me in this class is kind of, it's something that I know of, something that I'm familiar with experiencing, but it's sort of bringing it to more clarity when you told me that stuff. So it's something that I need to work towards. It's giving me some sort of direction or more clarity to.
Well, I'm glad that you have that clarity that leads you to something that you need to work on. It really gives you that lightning beam that this is the thing that is the biggest issue in your life that is wanted to be addressed. And it's there, and then you can work towards that.
It's very difficult. I feel like it'll be quite
Wow, I'm just felt really full right now. Just hearing all your experiences and sharing. You see, we come into the point of our life when the things no longer make sense to us. It's like the system of information are dropping into a lot of questions. So we come into gathering like this, which is how we gathered, to connect to the people that understand us in the same level. That is not judging us, but actually understanding us and walking to the same path already. So thank you for coming in and just coming very open and really showing up and coming in with full force. I'm trusting. I'm actually not a teacher or a facilitator. I'm actually learning from all of you. Every time I facilitate, I'm learning so much about myself, and I'm learning so much about how this work is bringing in so much transformation. And every time I felt so small because I don't really know anything. Because when I thought I knew, I really don't know. So thank you for being my teacher time and time again. Thank you so much. Thank you. I like to close the class with giving everything back into Mother Gaia. So let's do a quick tap like this, And 3 click. And then we bring the ha to everyone. Ha. 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 Let's do it one more time. 3 click. 1, 2, 3. 3 clap. 1, 2, 3. And tell the mother, blessing to Mother Gaia. You ready? Ha. Ha. Thank you, everyone.